What is going on, garden fans? Welcome back to the Permaculture Homestead. In today's episode, we are doing a tour of my home site food forest. Now, before we get to that, I want to go over some announcements. This weekend, May the 31st, I will be doing live tours out at the project site from 9 o'clock until 4 o'clock. This is part of the statewide South Carolina Agriculture and Art Tour. Our farm is one of the stops on this tour. And basically what's going on is local farms in the Lexington County are opening their doors to the public and allowing anybody and everybody to come on in and take a look at their family farms. So Lock Layers has been part of this tour for going on about 4 years now, I believe, maybe even 5. I don't remember when we started, but this weekend, May 31st, 2025, 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock, I'm going to be out there doing tours. If you want to come check it out, I'm leaving some info down in the description. Follow the link over to the Ag and Art Tour site and you will see Lock Layers Farm on there. You'll have an address and everything else. With that being said, garden fans, come on back, come check out my home site. We've had a lot of rain here lately, so things are looking pretty thick and dense. Come on back, enjoy the journey. Welcome back to the home site, garden fans. We are in the thick of the growing season and I am going to do a full tour of my home site today. For all the newcomers, we are in Zone 8, South Carolina. It is May of 2025 and our vegetables, fruit trees, and everything is starting to hit into its full stride right now. So really simple vegetable garden I got going here, garden fans. I've only got so much space for veggies, but I do try to pack it full. We are growing basil as a companion plant to zucchini, and green beans are also in here. These are really black-eyed peas, but we've got green beans for nitrogen fixation. We've got basil as a companion plant, and then we have zucchini, which is starting to flower right now. There's also, you're going to see interspersed in here, just regular salad greens. I definitely overplant lots of salad greens when I'm doing any kind of vegetable gardening, just to have like that bumper crop before the full crop comes in. The perennial garden is looking great, starting to look very, very thick here. This first companion planting right off the patio is an apricot tree, a gumi shrub, gumi berry, and then the main shrub, which is a pineapple guava. Pineapple guava, garden fans, is already flowered. The flowers on a pineapple guava are not just beautiful, but they're edible. These white flower petals actually have a very sweet, candied taste to them. So every time I come out here, I'm always grabbing a couple flowers just to eat for some quick energy. Some other things that are flowering. Another beautiful flower that I enjoy to see every year is the passion fruit, Passiflora incarnata. They're starting to get flowering. And I've just got a mix of weeds and veggies in there as well. Coming around the corner here, another thing flowering. All the elderberry are flowering. And these are very large panheads. We're going to have a great elderberry crop this year. Elderberry is doing a great job kind of filling in the spaces underneath the tree canopy below. So it's a great shrub layer, great spreading plant. It's great to build soil and build humus with the chop and drop of elderberry. We also have blackberries strewn in here, so you'll see blackberries around. We also have a vining layer of muscadine grapes. Here are some of those blackberries that are coming in, almost ready to be picking. Yeah, and the blackberries do not mind being on this understory here. You probably see blackberries all over the place. Especially in South Carolina where we get very, very hot. They don't mind a little bit of dappled sunlight that it gets in the understory here. It's time for me to do a little chop and drop to kind of make way through all my walking pathways here, but it's definitely very tight. The gumi berry are setting berries right now. Here's some gumi berry that are setting, and they are probably be ready in the next couple months. I definitely like to do a fruit leather or some sort of jam or jelly with the gumi berry. Mulberry. We have black mulberry right now that is fruiting. It's hard to quantify to you how productive this is. Basically, every time we come out here, we always pick a handful of fruit and flowers and edibles, and we're kind of feeding ourselves out of this garden. Usually this stuff doesn't make it to the canning, bottling, or drying portion of the year because we're ended up eating all of it. Muscadine grape doing great, starting to set fruit. In our chicken coop run and shed area, still have figs that are starting to blow out a little bit. We've had a great amount of rain this year, so the figs are definitely setting a good amount of fruit. This fig in particular, this brown turkey fig, really blew up after we chopped down some of the pine trees that were shading it out. I got my next batch of hens. I've moved them from the small brooder to the large pen here. This is going to be my next group of hens for the year. And as I'm back here, let me give you another look at the food forest. Thick, dense, and still everything is growing great together. Keep on moving around, garden fans. We have another mulberry tree right here. It's also setting tons of fruit. Not quite as ripe as the mulberry behind me, but definitely setting fruit. And then there is another fig not far away from that. This is a black mission fig. It's got some fruit higher up in the canopy that's going to take me a while to get down. Jujube is flowering right now. Beautiful flowers, very tiny, minuscule flowers. This is actually, because the flower is so tiny, it's harder for bacteria and viruses to get into this tree, which I've found that these are generally pest and disease tolerant. All of my pawpaw are setting fruit, garden fans. So this is a mango pawpaw, and then we've got an NC1 variety pawpaw also setting fruit. Loads and loads of fruit. These things have never had any trouble. Once they started setting fruit, they really didn't have much trouble doing it every year afterwards. Here's some big ones right here on this patch of pawpaw. So yeah, pawpaws coming in, and they're way up there in the tree. Lots of pawpaw this year. Let me keep circling around a little bit. I do have a pomegranate tree here. This one is still flowering, not quite setting fruit yet. This one is cross-pollinated with a pomegranate that I have in my front yard. As you can see, spaces here are getting kind of tight. Time for me to kind of come through with a trimmer and make space here for walking paths. Like I said, we are getting a good amount of rain, and all our rain barrels are basically filled right now. I'm going to stop back and give you a little broad look at the place. Here again, very thick, very dense. Another hedge of elderberry right there. More elderberry here flowering. I'm going to kind of duck in here to give you a under the canopy look at this place. But this is definitely a wild suburban food forest. I have packed lots of things in here very densely, and it works. The design works. Having, support shrubs underneath your trees is not a big problem. The shrubs do not have any problem with dappled sunlight or shade throughout the year. Garden fans, I appreciate y'all coming out today to come check out the home site. Do please keep in touch. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. As always, that's what really helps us out. And keep in touch. I got some videos from the Project Farm site coming up. We're going to be doing tours out there this weekend for the Agriculture and Art Tour. I hope to see y'all out there. Once again, thanks for coming out. God bless.